Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to The Garden State.
You're listening to The Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Sobo.
And I'm Josh Chomick.
And coming at you live behind the screen, it's Jimmy Parks.
All right,
Hey.
relax there. What was that about?
Jimmy!
Someone's got to put Jimmy back in his place. That was a little too aggressive.
Put him in his box.
What is this, 101.5 over here?
We got to put him
What is
like
this,
in a
Dennis and
glass
Judy?
box.
It's 8:20 p.m. Wild things are going to start happening.
I think we should try to get an AM radio slot. Evening AM radio.
I've always wanted to hear my voice on AM radio.
If you turn on AM radio past 10 p.m., things get weird.
Does it?
Doesn't every station have an AM radio?
No, I don't think so.
Because like I'll listen to like 101.9, but then when I'm going too south, I lose it. But then I turn it on AM, and I listen there because it's stronger.
No, that's big time stations sometimes do that.
Yeah.
They
Got
go
it.
AM. But if you go on AM and find the random in-betweeners, like 580 AM, I'm just making up a number, and you just drive 78 at night, put on 580 AM, you're going to hear some freaky stuff.
You got to
dude.
put 770 on Sunday nights. Sinatra hour.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I forgot who the host is, but they just play Sinatra. It's beautiful.
Man, I love the radio. I love the medium, but it's just dying.
It's a dying
shame.
breed.
I remember one time Jimmy. I was driving at night listening to AM radio past 10 p.m. and it was just this guy talking about alien sightings for like 2 hours straight.
Dude, it's awesome.
But it was so interesting because it's like the thing with radio is, and we learned this when we went on 101.5, is the people that call in.
Mm-hmm.
They're insane.
It's like the after hours crew. Like you get the.
And they're regulars too. They call in all the time.
You ever go to get a shop right at like 10 p.m. to get like a last minute thing? And
The
you just-
graveyard shift.
You see people there. You see people shopping where you're just not quite sure if you step through like some sort of a time warp
It's
into
beautiful.
another universe.
I love that stuff.
And it is awesome because you're kind of like, wow, there's a whole nother kind of. It's like when SpongeBob goes down in the Upside Down. You start to see things. Is it called the Upside Down?
No, that's Stranger Things.
He goes to, what's that little town called?
We were just talking about this the other day. What is that called when they go down there?
Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom. That's
He goes
what it
to Rock
is.
Bottom.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what you see. I mean, it's awesome though because I think it just reminds you that there's people in every flavor out there. You got
Every
some
flavor.
I guess that's a bad way to say it, but you got your people that are really living on the edge. I saw this guy the other day. Oh my goodness, at the Lowe's in Piscataway, which I'm never in Piscataway. I needed something specific they had. He was driving a 1980s work van. You remember the old work vans?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And he had like rock and roll hair from the 80s, and he was picking up lumber. And I just was like, that's a character right there. That's
awesome.
somebody I want to be friends with right there.
That guy has been through a lot. He's been through it all.
Yeah, it reminded
knows a
me
lot.
literally of The Wrestler. You ever see The Wrestler?
Who's the wrestler?
The movie The Wrestler, filmed in New
Oh,
Jersey?
no.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, you guys haven't seen The Wrestler?
No.
Did I talk about this in the podcast?
Is this based off the gym that's across from the burger spot?
I'm not sure. Burger Spot. No, it's a movie about a guy who's a washed-up pro wrestler. And it's filmed in Rahway and all around New Jersey.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really...
What
it's-
year is this?
It's 2008, I think.
Oh, so it's newer.
Rotten Tomatoes, 99%.
Wow.
It's like a legit good movie. Like if you're going to commit a night to a movie, it was a really good movie.
What's it called again? The
The
Wrestler?
Wrestler.
Just the wrestler.
Randomly found it on like Netflix or Prime. And yeah, it's kind of the premise, a guy in a van. Nonetheless,
A lot of characters out there.
A lot of characters
and
out
that's
there.
why we love Jersey. Like, you find so many different people every single day, no matter where you look.
If Josh and I go out somewhere together, we have this weird magnetic attraction where the characters come out of the woodwork to talk to us.
Yeah, we always like run into some crazy person that just starts talking to us about something, and then we can't hold it together.
It's guaranteed. I don't know what it is about when you and I hang out. If we go to ShopRite, we run into somebody that's living on the edge.
Oh my gosh, that one time we went to ShopRite, it was terrifying. The guy punching the rice.
Oh, we went to ShopRite in Rockaway. We were at ShopRite in Rockaway.
Dude, every turn we made, we were just like, what? Where are we?
It was like rock bottom. There was a guy, so there's a pallet on the floor. You know, like the meat section?
Yeah.
In the meat section, there was a pallet with the big, I don't know if there's, what are they, 20-pound bags of rice?
They're the big bags of rice.
Big bags of rice. They're all just laying on their side, stacked on this pallet. And this guy is just standing there. and he's slumped over, looking down at the bags, just punching them like this. I didn't mean
Sorta
to
like
do
that,
that.
And then
yeah.
Frank came out of nowhere.
But he was just punching the bags.
And me and Josh are just staring. We're like, what is this guy
going
doing?
on? What is happening?
Dude, we
So-
just started laughing the entire time at this shop because everywhere we looked, it was just someone doing something just outrageous. And it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. So, nonetheless,
We love Jersey.
New Jersey, we've got it all. And that's why we're back. So, Jimmy, I don't know. We got on that tangent because you had your little radio open over there. I think this might just become the Jimmy show. We'll just give it to Jimmy an hour.
Did I ever
Talk.
tell you guys the story about when I was a child how I had a pirate radio station in my neighborhood?
No.
Yeah. So my dad got me this FM radio transmitter, and then my dad does Morse code, so we have a big antenna on the top of our roof, and we rigged a wire up all the way to the top. So for like a 3-block radius, I had my own FM station.
Really?
Yeah.
So people could tune in.
Yeah.
What was the station number?
It was like 88 point something, one of like the very low ones.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Are there major fines if you do that?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, so that was illegal.
it's super illegal. But it's like it was such like a small area, and it wasn't like so powerful that I was like overriding something else.
I would love to do a little pirate radio.
Yeah.
But I was also
Wait,
going
yeah,
to say,
how can we get Garden State to just do that?
what if we...
Wait, so if we like set up an antenna at our location right now, are you able to set that up, Jim? The pirate radio station? Do you know how to do it?
Yeah, you just got to get an FM transmitter.
What?
You
And how
probably
do we
buy them
get
on
it?
Amazon.
And what if we get caught?
Then you like the FCC will fine you.
So it's just a fine, no jail time?
I don't know. I guess it depends what you're broadcasting.
We're broadcasting the news. It's what we're doing here.
I guess.
Nothing bad.
Yeah, it's, the penalties could be up to $122,000 per day.
Oh, come
Maximum
on. Who's
2
coming
point-
after us?
2.4 million. Can you imagine little Jimmy Parks got a $2 million fine?
That's something really, you got to think about your dad in that situation. He was probably so proud. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
my son probably thinks this is the coolest thing in the
It
world.
was. It was
How
awesome.
do they get to own the airwaves? The airwaves. Let's just be honest for a second.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's funding.
Think about it. You're talking about light moving through space and they own it. I don't believe it. That's not America. That's not an America I want to live in anyway.
No,
Maybe you guys
absolutely
are
not.
happy with that. Nonetheless,
Isn't
hey
it-
guys,
it's just crazy how like there's only a certain amount of radio stations. Like, why does it only go up to a certain point?
I think that's because that's the frequency of the light or something.
Like, what's the lowest station there is?
I think there's only so many frequencies you can dial into.
Why can't we make more frequencies?
Well, that's what they did with XM radio, right? Digital. Unlimited.
Oh, so when digital came on, it was
Yeah.
a game changer.
yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Like, I would love to know like how all that stuff works. I don't know anything about it.
So radio waves operate on specific frequency bands. If two stations broadcast at the same or very close frequencies in the same region, their signals interfere, causing static to overlap. So if you think about it, 880 to 108 FM frequencies, that's 88 to 108 megahertz. So it gives 100 usable slots nationwide.
Oh, so that's why.
Wow.
There's
And
my
then
answer.
with an AM, there's 530 to 1700 kilohertz, right? So they have more spacing rules and can travel very far at night,
Oh my
requiring
God.
tighter restrictions.
Imagine like before the internet, before we had the ability to like do podcasts and just like put stuff out there on the internet. That's all we had.
Isn't it interesting though? That AM can travel very far at night. That's what it says.
So is a
Because
radio
it's a
is
light
an
thing.
AM station more higher quality at night than it is during the day?
Let's find out.
Because of that?
I always thought it was interesting how AM can like go around or through mountains and FM can't.
It goes through the mountains?
I don't know if it goes through, but it has better coverage
That's crazy.
than an FM station does.
So yeah, just not higher quality, Josh Chumwick, just further reaching. So it reaches further.
Today I learned.
Man, guys, when the apocalypse happens, I'll be on AM radio in my basement. You can tune in.
That's all the Garden State's going to be on. We're leaving everything else.
I think I'm ready to go off the rails and stop with the small talk on this podcast and just tear the state apart. You guys ready to burn it down?
I mean, yeah, give me your hottest take right now.
Are you ready to burn it down, Josh Chumwick?
Sure. If I'm with my boys, of course.
So we're going to ride at dawn.
Sure.
I don't have a hot take on top of my head, but I'm going to come up with one in this episode.
I got a hot take.
Go ahead.
Well, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Did you set up your Christmas tree yet? before Thanksgiving.
No, we're doing it this weekend.
Are you going to the spot or no?
I don't know. We were talking about it. We're debating real tree versus fake tree.
Oh, so you
this
still
year.
are debating.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's real tree all the way.
I think I'm going to lose this one.
It's
I'm going
gotta,
to lose this debate, unfortunately.
it's got to be real.
And our fig tree doesn't even look good. It looks like such a fig
Real
tree.
trees are better for the environment than the fake trees.
Really?
Yeah.
But I thought what Brendan told us was very interesting, where if you cut it down yourself, it'll last throughout Christmas and beyond, because the ones you buy at like Home Depot, they've been cut down for a few weeks already.
Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't you just go and cut down your own tree?
Maybe I will. I got to think about it.
Are you really like thinking about it, or are you thinking like you're setting?
No, I'm thinking about it. It's a big decision, though. You know, you got to really ponder that one.
It's beautiful. Your house is gonna smell amazing.
I love it. Yeah, I don't know. We're trying to figure out where the Christmas tree goes. We're in a new living room now, so it's a big decision. You know, you commit to that once, and it's there forever.
You can always move it around
We've never moved it.
in your house.
Never.
You ever feel like we're just talking about nothing?
Yeah, well, that's why we started the podcast, because this is the conversations we'd had about Chili's or something. I don't know. Growing up,
I'm just starting to feel like I want to burn to the ground. I want to burn the system to the ground with this podcast. We've been given a huge audience. I want to just stop joking around. No more jokes, no more humor. I want to burn it to the ground.
then go.
I want to burn it to the ground.
So what's the first step?
We pick a single issue and we just talk about it and we just mock politicians. We make fun of them. We call them nerds. And then we rally voters to vote against them. We become a political podcast.
That's the thing. Like, we don't even talk about that normally. Well, at least
I
me
do.
and you. Well, yeah, me and you don't.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. I talk about it to myself probably
Yeah.
more than anything. No, I'm not saying we're becoming a political podcast. I'm just wondering, could we use this for a greater purpose, this podcast? Could we burn it to the ground?
Yeah, it depends on like the approach we take, though. There's some days I don't even want to do a podcast.
Really?
Yeah, and I think we all feel the same way.
Yeah, but I'm feeling like if you showed up and you pulled up and we burned something to the ground,
I think we would have to be passionate about what we're burning to the ground, though.
Something's got to burn.
Does it?
I don't know. We're going to have to talk about that. Nonetheless, hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's a very positive podcast for you to listen to. We're not burning anything to the ground tonight.
All I
We're
asked
gonna,
was a Christmas tree question, and now we're here.
Yeah, you know what? It was a controversial question, and we should burn the Christmas tree to the ground when we're done with it. Maybe that's where we're going to burn.
We used to.
One time Josh invited me back to talking about nonsense. One time Josh invited me over to his backyard. He's like, we're going to burn my parents' Christmas tree tonight. I go over. First off, if you've never done it, they burn fast.
Yeah, I don't recommend
hot.
burning a Christmas tree, especially when it's dead. It's dry as
They
anything.
light on fire top to bottom in like 20 seconds. You light the bottom of it, the whole thing's engulfed
Awesome.
within.
It's really cool. If you have the space, go for it. But I don't recommend it.
I woke up the next morning, went to get my jacket on, and I had like 20 holes in the jacket from the embers.
Yeah, all the embers burned your jacket, dude.
I found it in the closet the other day. I don't know why I still have this jacket from like 10 years ago. And I was going to donate it. And my mom actually, when we were moving, my mom came over and she's like, you should donate some of your stuff. Donate this jacket. And she goes, you can't donate it. It has too many holes in it. Just think about Choik's backyard. All right. Nonetheless. Hey, guys, we have a mailbag full of, there's a few callers we want to get to. Then we have a few news stories. Any recap sort of talking points before we do any of this? I'm in the process of completely tearing apart my house and putting it back together.
You guys should
I've
follow Josh
really-
Sobo on Instagram if you want to see updates.
I've been really enjoying the updates.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because he hasn't seen it in person yet.
What do you mean I haven't seen it?
He's been over.
I've been over like 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
We hang out.
I didn't know you guys hung out. Cool.
But I'm really loving the reno process. I'm really loving it. It's very fun.
We need more of the vlogs.
Yeah, it's a good time just putting things together, putting trim on, and I'm doing the dining room now. So just enjoying that whole journey. But nothing really Jersey. I haven't been leaving my house besides to go to work and to go to Home Depot. Home Depot and Watchung.
And Lowe's and Piscataway.
Lowe's in Piscataway, Lowe's in Union, Home Depot in Vauxhall. Yeah, I've been going everywhere. I'm going to go to Mount Olive Lowe's this week. I need to pick up something specific only
Mount
they have.
Olive.
Yeah, so I'm cruising all over the Garden State right now and getting supplies, and it's coming together. Slowly but surely.
Love it.
Josh, do you want to dive into this mailbag? What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you want to call in the mailbag, the number is
908 67 99 99 3.
What's up, guys? It's your buddy Brendan here. Just listening to the Cease pod. Wanted to say I thought you guys did a great job with the governor candidate videos. It was executed really well, and I think you did a really good job at just providing an unbiased opinion while letting them each have their time. Definitely hope to see you guys up at the farm this year. Opening day is going to be Friday, November 28th, the day after Thanksgiving at 8 a.m., and we'll be open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. until Christmas. People can check us out on Instagram or Facebook. The name of our farm is Glenview Farm, or they can also check out our website, which is glenviewfarm.com, GLENVIEWFARM.com. Hope to see you guys up at the farm this year. Later.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thanks for calling in.
Look at that. We give Brendan free advertising. Yeah. on
That's
this podcast. All you got to do is call into the mailbag and just promote your business.
You know what the funny thing is we get lots of messages from people sneakily. I read one this morning. People that sneakily try to promote their businesses in ways that will benefit us. And like, hey, we're doing a charity raise at my business. Come by and make a video about it. And
it's
like,
charity. It's good. You guys can't.
We could use this to give like what we could use our own platform for the charity. Is it really about the charity, or you just want us to promote your business?
Right.
But the thing is, Brendan's such a good dude.
We've been at this farm before a few years ago,
and he's a ride or die. He's been listening to the podcast for like 5 years now. So if he calls in, we're going to talk about his Christmas tree farm. Because how many times in life do you meet somebody that owns a Christmas tree farm?
It's very rare.
So if we went up to Glenview 2 years ago, I might have to make it up this year.
That's why I asked earlier. I was like, are you going to the spot this year?
Josh.
And I feel like you can't not go now. Even if you're not getting a tree, you got to still go.
I think I'm going to go.
It's for the experience, dude. That place was the bomb.
The issue is our baby is not going to the car.
Ooh, so you just got to push through the car ride. That's the problem.
She just cries. So it'd be like an hour-long crying car ride.
What if you put her next to a Christmas tree, though?
She
might be worth it at the end of the day.
She might like that. So,
and then you could chop down your tree. It'll last past Christmas because Brendan said if you chop down a tree, it's fresh and it's going to last. And he gave us a bunch of different Christmas tree types. I forgot what it was, but I just think you should go get a real tree.
I agree.
As your friend and brother, I don't know. That's just my thought, but
I'll think about it.
You got to live your life, Josh.
Nonetheless, to the listeners, Glenview Farms, glenviewfarm.com. Check them out. Good people over there. Get your real tree going. It's time. Thanksgiving is next week.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Crazy.
It's a great time of year.
If you go to the farm, tell Brendan that we sent you.
All right, let's move on to another mailbag here. Let's see what Alex has to say.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Alex from Denville. It's been a while. I've been listening. You guys are doing great. I'm calling tonight to talk about 1818 Studios in Bayonne. I want to give you a little bit of context on its construction. 1818 Studios is south of Bayonne, just west of the bridge. And look, I want to own a home too here, guys. And I don't like the overdevelopment of the state either, but I'm an environmental consultant, which means I take nasty pieces of property and I make them safe to be redeveloped. And you mentioned this in your article, in your story. You know, the movie studio is being built on a former Texaco oil refinery in Bayonne. Okay? When you hear that, you should be thinking at one point it was essentially a Superfund site. It was a heavily contaminated piece of property. And it was cleaned. It was remediated to standards where people could occupy it for, commercial uses, like this movie studio. Okay, I was on site during the investigation, and it was nasty. Super nasty. It's not a place that we want to build an elementary school. It's not a place where you want to build homes. And unfortunately, in Jersey, there's a lot of places like this. And the standards are very strict. Public health is very important. So, keep that in mind. A movie studio is better than a hazardous waste site. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Take care.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex, for the intel.
Wow.
Super fun. Super fund.
Super fund site, yeah.
But they
Don't
should
get it
just call it
confused.
a super fun site.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a fun fact about New Jersey. Did you know that New Jersey has more Superfund sites than any other state in the nation?
Really?
That's pretty cool.
Wow. Number one spot. Look, for the best.
Which is a good thing, actually, because we're cleaning them up.
Yeah, we're cleaning them up. To Alex's point, I think the broader thing with the development was not that they're developing on the site. I don't think. Did you guys have an issue with that?
No, not at all.
They're building a movie studio?
No.
I think the broader.
Well, I don't live there, so like
No.
I can't give my perspective on if I want a movie studio in my backyard or not.
No,
So
no.
I don't know what it feels like, but I think it's cool.
The broader, I think, development point was just what the downstream effects are to these local areas where these things are built. Nonetheless, I don't really care one way or the other. I don't live in Bayonne. I'm sure some of our listeners do. And if you do, call in, let us know what you're thinking. But that's very interesting to hear. We've got eyes and ears everywhere, guys.
I know, it's awesome.
Alex is on site with the Super Fund. Super Fund?
Superfund.
Fund. I mean, like I saw a lot of comments on Instagram because that story blew up, and a lot of people from Bayonne were like, "Yeah, like I don't mind it at all, as long as it's not going to raise my property taxes or my rent."
Oh, it'll do both. Don't worry. If there's anything I can...
and they're like, if that's going to happen, no, it's trash. Get rid of it. So people just don't want to be spending more money.
Well,
they
you
already
will.
are, and
You
that's
will.
everywhere in Jersey.
All right. Well, thank you, Alex, from Denville. Hope Denville is treating you well. I like Denville.
Denville's a cool area.
Beautiful town.
Aunt and uncle used to live there.
Jimmy, I thought that was Morris Plains.
He has a
No,
lot
I
of
had
aunts and
another.
uncles.
I had another aunt and uncle.
The
live
kid's
in Morris
got a lot of
Plains.
aunts and uncles.
Jimmy,
Uncle Al lived in Denville. Uncle Gene lived in Morris Plains.
Oh, okay.
Got any other questions about the family?
You tell him, Jim.
Jimmy, don't hurt me. Please. I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't know.
Hey, he has the mute button. Remember that, Jim.
Yeah, Jimmy, tell me more about that. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty funny. What were you laughing about before you started cracking up? What do you want to say?
No, we'll keep going with the mailbags. We have great mailbags tonight.
Let's go to another one right now. All right.
How you doing? This is Randall from South Jersey. I just wanted to say there's a story that you might need to look into. Anybody from South Jersey, in Malton, the Cherry Hill Bistro, it was a big popular spot in the Cherry Hill Mall. It was basically like, it looked like it was built into the mall, and it closed about a couple of months back. And it was a sudden close, and everybody was upset about it. My wife, Sandra, was a big fan of their salads there. She always had the salads. I don't know what they put in it, but it closed down. We didn't know what was going on. I couldn't find any information, and now it just came out, okay, that the owner was just indicted by a grand jury. The guy wasn't paying taxes, almost $300,000 he was collecting but not paying. So now they saying, oh, it ain't reopening, because everybody was saying, oh, it's going to open up and come back. And my wife has been bugging me about the salads, and I said, be patient on the salads. Well, no more salads, because he is going to probably face prison time. But look him up. His name's Andrew Kazenza Jr., and he was scamming. He was scamming, so now no more salads, no more bistro in the Cherry Hill Mall. All right. Well, thank you. I'm a big fan of your podcast. My wife and I listen all the time on our way to our grandkids' house. So appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Wow, what
Randall.
a call.
Thank you, Randall.
That was a
from South
lively
Jersey.
character.
Cherry Hill, man.
Wow. So this is a big story going around, huh? The owner of the bistro at the Cherry Hill Mall was indicted on tax evasion charges, and
Oh, yeah.
locals
Locals are freaking out.
are
like
not happy
Randall
about
over
this.
here. Yeah.
This must have been a special spot. You guys ever been?
I've been to the Cherry Hill Mall a bunch of times, but I don't know if I ever ate at the bistro.
Yeah, as not being a local there, I don't really know the food options at the Cherry Hill Mall, but apparently it was a big deal.
Yeah, so a South Jersey man who owned a now shuttered restaurant inside the Cherry Hill Mall has been indicted on multiple counts of tax fraud. The state attorney general's office announced Tuesday. Andrew Casenza Jr., 57 of Cherry Hill, was indicted last month on one count of theft by failure to make required disposition of property received, 8 counts of filing a false or fraudulent tax return, and 8 counts of failure to turn over collected withheld taxes.
Goodness.
So, we all know what happens when you don't pay your taxes. You get in trouble. So what's going to happen here, though, is if convicted, Second-degree charges carry a sentence of 5 to 10 years in state prison and a fine of up to $150,000. Third-degree charges can carry a sentence of 3 to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $15,000. So, Cherry Hill Mall, major loss here, huh?
I guess so. Yeah, apparently the bistro is great. The salads, fantastic.
I've heard good things about the salads, actually, from multiple people on this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the spot closed. Did it close because he wasn't paying his taxes?
Well, I guess that's when he got caught. And the story never came out, right?
Jeez, man. The investigation began in 2023 after authorities stated that Cosenza failed to submit the proper amount of sales tax for his business, the Bistro at Cherry Hill, a full-service restaurant located inside the mall. Officials said discrepancies were found between the gross amounts Cosenza reported on his tax returns and the amounts provided to the state for 2021 and 2022. Authorities allege Cosenza failed to remit $271,621 in sales tax to the New Jersey Division of Taxation.
It's a big no-no right there.
That's a lot of taxes, though. If you think about sales tax, so that's what, 7%? What's sales tax for food in New Jersey?
I thought it was 6-point-something%.
Let's just round up to 7%, okay? If $271,000 is the 7% of the total number,
that means the bistro is making a killer.
Bistro is doing a couple million a year. Probably
apparently, it's that
million.
good. It's a huge loss.
Awesome. So, a review of Cosenza's business tax filings showed that the gross receipts reported for the bistro at Cherry Hill significantly exceeded the gross receipts reported on the business's sales and use tax form. The Attorney General's office said it is alleged that the business was collecting sales tax from its customers and not turning that money over to the state as required. Wow, that's a no-no.
How do people not know that they're going to get caught? It
They always say
constantly blows my mind, Jim.
It's never going to happen to me.
Sounds like Andrew Cosenza is our criminal of the week.
Do you think it's happening everywhere, though? Like a lot of places?
Oh, yeah.
Constantly?
All the time.
Let me ask you guys this. So, of course, you pay your taxes. But at what point is trying to get out of paying taxes? Like, there's a line where at some point it becomes kind of patriotic, where you're like, I don't need to pay taxes. And then at some point beyond that, it becomes criminal. Where's that line?
I know.
Like,
You just got to follow the rules.
None of us want to pay taxes. Yeah, I guess it's like
You just gotta do
all
it.
the exemptions you can get, right?
Because
It's
you're
like,
not going
you
to win
gotta do
the
it legal
battle.
way.
You're going to get arrested. $271,000, dude?
It's a lot of money.
How do you think these...
What was
no one's going to
Cosenza?
see that.
What do you think Cosenza was buying with all that money?
Cars, women. I'm just kidding.
Allegedly. No,
What?
but yeah, to the South Jersey people that are mad we never talk about them, Cosenza here is not doing you guys well. To the Cherry Hill Mall, I've been seeing a lot of dooming around the Cherry Hill Mall lately.
Really?
Lots of people are like, it's not the same. And our friends over that, what is that page? New Jersey Vintage New Jersey?
Yes.
The people over in the comments at Vintage New Jersey, every video they put up, oh, it's always like some like 60-year-old Italian guy that's like, oh, Point Pleasant Boardwalk in 83. You couldn't believe what it was like. Every single video is like that. It's like, oh, man, going to Rutt's Hut for a Ripper in 1973.
Listen,
you wouldn't even believe it. The nights we went there, it's like it's all the
That's what
glory
we
days.
sound like talking about all these malls from the like in the early 2000s. Malls were amazing.
Dude.
And all our malls are falling apart, dude. They're not good.
Every comment section could be summed up by playing Glory Days.
Yes.
Glory Days. That is what it's all about, the Glory Days. Yeah,
Is
but-
that
and
just normal? Like just growing up, like it's just never going to be as good as it used to be.
I think we were at the tail end of it.
Yeah.
I think driving around in a
As
car.
teenagers, like we were young with our licenses, like we got to enjoy that mall life.
I think though,
Right
but
before we
I
lost
think
it.
that the people that were like in high school in like the 80s, that was the tail end of it. That was the real tail end of it. We were getting the scraps.
But that's the thing, though. Like we got the scraps, but yet we still enjoyed it when we were younger, and we still had
enjoyed it.
such a good time.
Because it was still good, but it wasn't the best. I think it was still good. These are people that were driving around with cars that didn't have computers in them.
Yeah,
Just a radio.
we were raised by the computer.
They didn't have cameras on the highway. You threw quarters in the bucket to go through the toll. They were living the dream, man. They were doing whatever they wanted, having fun, being 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we live in a totally nerfed society where everything you do is on a camera somewhere.
Like
You go drive a little fast, you're on a camera.
Yeah.
Ring doorbells. Come on, man.
That was the life our friend Randall here was living back in the day. When he got to go to the bistro.
Randall the Rampage. I heard that's what they call him down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet.
I heard this might have been a rumor because I tried to look up these callers.
Yeah,
as we do that.
area codes. What? What?
I was gonna say
Not to be creepy, but
no. The nickname came from a local wrestling. He used to be in a local wrestling.
oh no way.
No way.
Yeah, they called him Randall the Rampage Jackson.
Dang, it's legend.
Pretty cool. All right, moving on to another story here. This is an interesting one. A New Jersey pilot is the first known fatality from a meat allergy caused by a tick bite.
Alpha gal.
Was that Jimmy?
What?
Alpha gal.
What's that?
That's the name of this disease that you get from the tick.
This is kind of terrifying, guys. Someone died from a tick bite, essentially.
That's pretty freaky. So basically,
someone sent us this story, and I was like, "What's going on?" And Jimmy over here was like, "Yeah, like, I know so many people dealing with this." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?
I have multiple
Since
friends who
when?"
have it. I started hearing about it, I want to say 6 or 7 years ago.
So it's that old.
Yeah.
But now is it just becoming more and more like, well, this is the first fatality from it.
Yeah.
So now someone's actually dying. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
It's horrible.
there was a clip I saw a while back of someone at like one of the major kind of World Economic Forum type environments where all the world leaders come together, and they were talking about climate change and how they're very worried about people eating meat. Like that's a big concern.
Yeah.
And the idea was that in the clip, and I'll find the clip at some point for you guys, the man is saying, well, we've considered the idea of giving an aversion to meat to populations.
To avert populations?
So the idea would be government leaders and officials in some way infusing and infecting populations so that when they want to eat meat, they have an aversion to it.
Wow, that's crazy.
And if you think about it, in their minds, they're going, this is the climate crisis. I mean, this is the best thing we could do. We're going to make people not like meat. And then you think, okay, so within the last 10 years, people are getting bit by a tick that makes them get sick when they eat meat. I don't know, man. Let's burn it to the ground, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Could
what do you
be
think?
true. It's just scary to think about because it's like, how often are you hiking or in the woods and you get bit by a tick? What if it's this tick that now when you're trying to eat meat, you might die?
That's also a theory about Lyme disease.
Like I'm always eating meat, and like it's just like this is very scary to hear.
Have you ever heard the Lyme disease conspiracy theory?
Not the conspiracy theory, no.
Oh, is this about the island?
Yes. You know about this, Jimmy?
I do.
So the idea is I'll give you the kind of the high level. So there's an island called Plum Island. And the theory is Lyme disease was a U.S. bioweapon gone awry. Okay. So like the idea is in warfare, what if we had other tactics than bullets and bombs?
Diseases.
What if we could we could spread it, we could spray a disease across an entire nation, everyone dies. You don't lose a single soldier in battle.
Yeah.
And the thought was Plum Island, so I'll give you the bullet points here. It's a government research facility off the coast of Lyme, Connecticut. Historically conducted animal disease research, including work on foreign livestock illnesses. So conspiracy theorists claim that researchers there were experimenting with ticks and other vectors, and some escaped, leading to the first U.S. Lyme outbreak in the 70s. That's why it's called Lyme.
Man-made.
Lyme. So there's this scientist, Wilhelm Bergdorfer. He's a scientist who discovered the bacterium that causes Lyme disease. In later interviews, he made some cryptic comments suggesting he had worked on tick-borne biological weapons during the Cold War. Conspiracy theorists interpret these comments as implying Lyme disease might have been a part of that work.
Wow. So people have been like trying to like figure this out ever since.
Well, if you think about it, it came from near Lyme, Connecticut in the 70s, randomly popped out in the 70s. The guy that discovered the whole illness makes cryptic comments before he dies. I don't know. It's kind of
crazy. I've never heard about that before. It's
like a pretty legit.
I kind of believe that.
I mean, like, why not? Why is it not believable? And that's, I think, to my point with the with this story we're talking about here. And I know we get very tinfoil hatty, but if you're concerned about people eating meat and you're saying cows are destroying the environment, and it's an existential crisis. It's either we stop eating the meat, like Bill Gates is investing billions of dollars in fake meat, which that whole project failed. Is it possible, think for a second, is it possible that maybe, a meat aversion is something that could be genetically designed in a lab?
It doesn't sound crazy.
It makes sense if you think about it.
No, it really does.
Nonetheless, let's talk about the actual story here of what happened, and then we could talk about conspiracies afterwards. Okay, so a New Jersey dad who collapsed and died after eating a hamburger has been identified as the first known fatality from a rare meat allergy caused by a tick bite. The 47-year-old victim, an otherwise healthy airline pilot, is the first known death from alpha-gal syndrome, also known as AGS, a disease spread by bites from the Lone Star tick that has sickened hundreds, according to a study published Wednesday by researchers at the University of Virginia. The otherwise unidentified New Jersey dad first noticed red meat made him feel sick after eating a steak on a family camping trip during the summer of last year, leaving him writhing in pain, having diarrhea and vomiting. I thought I was going to die, he told his son the next morning, according to the study. Then 2 weeks later, in September 2024, the pilot and his wife attended a barbecue back in New Jersey where he had a burger. Just 4 hours later, his son found him on the floor of the bathroom in a pool of vomit. He later died that night.
Wow.
It's horrible.
So it was initially labeled a sudden, unexplained death, but blood tests confirmed alpha-gal syndrome, the obscure condition triggered by a bite from a Lone Star tick that causes severe allergic reactions to beef, pork, and lamb. The death is notable because it's the first documented anaphylactic death related to AGS, where the symptoms started several hours after consuming mammalian meat. So, confused by how her healthy husband had died, the wife had turned to a pediatrician friend, who then sent a blood sample to researchers. After a slew of tests, the researchers asked if the man had ever been bitten by ticks. The wife said earlier in the summer he had 12 or 13 chigger bites around his ankles, which are assumed to be from the Lone Star ticks, the study said. So symptoms of the alpha-gal syndrome include itchy rash, dizziness, and difficulty breathing. In the pilot's case, researchers are particularly surprised that only symptoms were vomiting and nausea. As the name suggests, the tick is actually from the southern United States, but migrated northward due to warming temperatures and large deer populations that serve as breeding grounds for their larvae.
So you said something really interesting there. He said that he thought he got chigger bites. So in the Pine Barrens, South Jersey, there's a big debate going on is if we have chiggers or if they're just tick nymphs. So you saying that he may have gotten it from tick nymphs, that means it's before a tick has had its first blood meal.
Yeah.
So they're like essentially born with this disease. So like typically when you get chigger bites, you're like, I don't have to worry about it because they haven't had their first blood meal yet. They're not infected. So that's very, very interesting.
Wow.
That's the thing I would say is to the people listening is you got to be careful with tick bites. You just got to be very careful.
Constantly check yourself.
You can always mail a tick in also. That's the thing you can do.
Yeah, I forgot about
What's that mean? Mail a tick in.
So if you get a tick bite and you're not sure if you should be concerned, when you pull the tick off of you can put it in a plastic bag and there's labs you can mail them to.
Oh, just to check.
Yeah, you can just mail it in. They'll tell you, hey, that tested positive for Lyme. You should go to your doctor, that sort of thing.
Before this whole story came out, I only really knew about Lyme's disease. I didn't realize there was this, alpha-gal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. So, yeah, there's all these tick research lab websites you can go to that you can mail to. Nonetheless, very scary that this is around us. And ticks are one of those things that how do you even get rid of them? What do we do? You got to burn them. You have to burn the whole earth, though, right? I mean, there's no way to fully get rid of them.
Yeah, they're going to keep on migrating here.
Another reason why I should be doing prescribed burning.
Yeah, in the forests.
Yeah.
Burn them all down.
Always be checking yourself after a hike. Seriously.
Very sad.
There's so many times I'm like, there's no tick on me. I'm fine. But you never know. It's like hiding in your armpit or something.
Yeah.
Just pop up, dude. I've caught ticks before in the past, and it's just kind of scary. You never know what those things are carrying.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving on to another story here. This is an interesting one. 2 ex-Rutgers wrestlers are among the 14 charged in the mob sports gambling ring here in New Jersey.
Huge gambling ring.
I don't get illegal gambling rings.
I know. I don't really know exactly what's going down.
Can somebody that's been in an illegal gambling ring in the comments of one of these videos explain to me, you just use a gambling app? What's the point of the ring?
Illegal gambling.
But
rigged poker games, rigged sporting events, telling, someone to do something so then you could win your bet. Stuff like that.
Is that what this is? Because I always thought a gambling ring is like...
There's so many different types of gambling rings.
You get a group of people together that want to gamble on the black market.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing, but it's like they're cheating.
Bookie. They're cheating?
Of course.
Okay, I don't know. So it says 14 people, including 2 former Rutgers University wrestlers, have been charged with running a New Jersey mob-linked illegal online sports gambling ring, according to prosecutors. The national multi-million-dollar operation was headed and financially backed by the Lucchese crime family soldier Joseph M. Little Joe Perna of Fairfield, according to New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin. I love that everybody's got a nickname.
You always said that in the Trump voice, too.
Little Joe.
I knew you wanted to say it.
I can't read anybody's name without thinking of who's it. Little Marco? Who is Little?
Little Marco, yeah. Little Marco Rubio.
Little Marco. So it says Lucchese's were also accused of being part of the recent game fixing and poker rigging that allegedly involved NBA Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups and the Miami Heat player Terry Rozier.
That was another massive story that just broke out.
How do you say his last name?
I don't know. I don't watch basketball.
Maybe don't put that in the clip because I'm going to get ripped for it. But here's the thing, Josh. This sounds like what you were describing.
Yeah, there's
game
so many.
fixing.
Yeah, but these in New Jersey, it was all online gambling. But yeah, there's like so many different types of illegal gambling going on around the country.
So organized crime families seem to have a hard time breaking this old habit, Platkin told reporters at a press conference. The latest gambling scheme was a family affair with Perna's son, Joseph R. Perna, 25, running a day-to-day operations of the sports book from Oakland, New Jersey, Platkin alleged. The son had dozens of subordinates working under him, including his brother, stepbrother, and cousins, who were also indicted, according to the prosecutors. Little Joe's wife, Kim Zito, allegedly received several payments from the illegal gambling, and his ex-wife, Rosanna Magno, was also charged with trying to cover up the operation. Everybody was in on it.
Dude, it was. It's crazy.
Current wives, ex-wives,
former
kids, cousins.
Rutgers wrestlers.
So former Rutgers University wrestler Michael Setta, 23 of North Halladin, and Nicholas Ramo, 25-year-old, former 2-time state wrestling champion of East Hanover, were among those charged, according to NJ.com. What are these kids doing, man?
Trying to make some money, bro. Probably making a lot of money doing this.
You're college wrestlers. They got to be athletic, hardworking kids. What are you doing?
They're trying to make a quick, easy buck. That's what they're doing, Josh.
Crazy, man.
Trying to make some money quick, and they got caught up in it.
The involved athletes may have also had stakes in the outcomes of games which they'd participated, officials said, which is, that's shady. So Kevin Lawrence, a spokesman for Rutgers, told the Post that the school does not comment on law enforcement matters. The enterprise included a national network of bookmakers, all operating under Little Joe's orders to lure bettors into making illegal bets. You know, I'm going to do the annoying thing and ask ChatGPT. So I'm asking ChatGPT why people use the black market. I guess they avoid taxes and reporting. Is that really it? Taxes?
No, there you go. Better odds, credit betting.
Better odds. I mean, like, okay. Interesting, man. Interesting. I don't know. So everyone here is kind of screwed. They're going to go to jail. New Jersey State Police's Port Investigations Unit began probing an illegal gambling scheme operating out of Essex and Bergen counties in January 2024. According to the state attorney general's office, the members of the alleged ring are facing felony charges of racketeering, conspiracy, gambling offenses, and money laundering.
You're always going to get caught. Sad.
I always thought racketeering was a cool term.
Of course,
like if you're gonna be like accused of something, like
he's a racketeer.
It's a hot take right there, Jim.
Yeah. It is a pretty cool. A lot of these old school crimes have cool names to them.
Yeah,
you know, I'm getting charged with conspiracy.
The question is, how do you get involved in all these illegal Gambling rings.
Well, Josh,
You just got to know a guy who knows a guy who
you
knows
hang
another
out
guy.
with the wrong kids in middle school at the lunch table, and then one day you wake up and you're racketeering.
Guess so. Guess that's
And
how it works.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, man. That's
it's
the way
unfortunate.
the way it always goes down. All right. Last story, talking about crime. This is a really interesting one. In Spotswood, New Jersey, scammers stole nearly $5 million from the school district.
These scammers, man.
Stealing
Going
from the
after the
kids.
small little school district.
This is why you'd never give them your credit card when they call
Yep.
over the phone.
Nope, don't do it.
So nearly $5 million has been stolen from a school district in Middlesex County after it was tricked by a cyber criminal, according to local officials. You can't
They
make
got
it
him.
up.
They got
First
him.
off, okay, I have so many thoughts on this. I
Yeah,
want to read the
go
article
through the
first.
article first.
It's a major loss for the Spotswood Public School District, which had an operating budget of $36.5 million in the 2023-2024 school year. Spotswood serves around 1,700 students from pre-K through 12th grade, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. Local Mayor Rich O'Brien only recently announced the shocking thefts, which he said happened weeks ago. He couldn't talk about the situation due to the ongoing investigation by the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office. According to O'Brien, the borough meant to send 2 wire transfers to the school board for district's use.
Ha.
Oh boy. So the first wire transfer was around $3.3 million and was sent mid-September. The second transfer on October 10th totaled $1.4 million. But the borough employees and the school board didn't realize they had been spoofed by an online scammer. The money never made it to the district.
Wow.
Who do we have working in these school districts?
It's a lot of money.
Who is working in these school districts wiring $3.3 million to a scammer?
It's crazy. It's so easy to get
That's
scammed.
sickening.
I know.
Okay, I bought a house recently. I had to wire transfer 10% of my down payment. It was the scariest moment of my life. Do you know how many times they reviewed the numbers and then called the bank and did all? How do you do this?
I don't
And
know.
you don't wire transfer that amount of money without double, triple, quadruple checks. The bank surely called them and said, "Hey, we saw a wire transfer go through. Can
Well,
we
maybe
just
they've
get?"
done it like many times before with other payments, and this was just like a normal thing for them. You know, maybe they're always doing this stuff, Josh, and this one just got—I don't know. They got tricked somehow in the entire process.
Do you think there were Google Play cards in this whole thing?
What?
You know how the scammers always ask people to buy like the Google cards?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's a bad joke. But nonetheless, that's a lot of money to just accidentally
Yeah.
wire twice, 2 different times.
And then not realizing you got scammed.
Part of the punishment to these people is they should have to post the email publicly so we can see what they got spoofed by.
I would love to know those details, and they said it's under investigation right now, so that we don't have those details. But
O'Brien said investigators managed to retrieve the full value of the second wire transfer plus $233,000 from the first.
look at that.
Still, the district remains down about $3 million. In the short term, the state will provide any funds needed to cover the potential budget shortfall.
Look at that. The
O'Brien
state coming
said.
through.
Guys,
Who was the person in charge here?
I could see it being like my mom. Like I feel bad for the worker because it's probably some lady who's,
The librarian.
less tech savvy. But I want to say, I always say if I'm texting on my phone and I hit a kid and I kill them, I'm still going to jail.
Yep.
You did something really bad here and there need to be consequences. I'm sorry. If we don't make consequences a part of the equation, nothing ever changes. Someone's got to take the fall on $3 million if they can't recover it.
I want all the details, and I'm so mad that we don't have the details here on like exactly like who scammed them and like what actually went down and who was the person who like sent the wire transfer. We don't have those answers.
I want the mayor to call in. I want to talk to O'Brien. Get O'Brien on the phone. I want to hear where he thinks the money is.
That'd be very interesting.
I want to hear.
You just got to be careful,
Yeah.
Or is it that easy? Like it was a normal wire transfer and it just somehow got swept up by a scammer. But like you said, it's got to go through like so many different checks, right? Especially with that kind of money.
if you're wiring anything more than $5,000, the bank is so weird about it. You don't wire $3 million. I mean, it depends, I guess, on your limit. Maybe it's more than 5,000, but if you wire $3 million, the bank is 1,000% giving you a call. Hey, we got a little wire transfer going through before we release
That's why,
it.
like, how did they not catch this though?
Because
this kind of money.
Because I'm sure when they got the call from the bank, they were like, "Yeah, that number is correct. That's on the email we got."
So that's all, because they don't know who it ended up going to.
Yes, and they redeemed. You do not redeem, and they redeemed.
Jeez.
All right. Hey, that was a joke. We're gonna wrap up here. That was our last story of the night. That's about one of my favorite stories we've ever done, I think.
Wait, the Spotswood one?
Yeah, I think it's just
Really?
so funny.
It's amazing.
How does a school district get scammed out of $5 million? I don't know.
It's a big chunk of their $36.5 million budget.
It's
Huge
kind
chunk.
Yeah, massive.
It's kind of crazy how many people are super rich from being scammers.
Oh my gosh, all over the place. Like, we're talking about these illegal like sports gambling rings, dude. They're all over the place.
The whole crime doesn't pay thing. I think sometimes it does.
I think a lot of
$5
people,
million.
like a lot of people, are not getting caught. Right?
I had a friend that worked for a federal bureau that investigates stuff. I'm not going to say which one.
The
That's
Federal
interesting.
Bureau of Investigation.
Well, maybe. And he always would tell me, because he worked in a division that dealt with white collar crime, let's just say. You know, people running Ponzi schemes.
Yeah.
And he was like, the issue is people get greedy. If you kept it
Yeah.
small enough, it wouldn't even register on the radar. People get greedy.
Well, say look at this and these NBA legends who got caught up in the gambling ring trying to just make a few extra $1,000s. It's like, yo, your contracts are in the millions. You've made so many millions of dollars. Why are you risking it all? They got greedy.
People are dumb. People are dumb, Josh Chomick.
Oh my gosh.
If I had $10 million from the NBA, I'd be on a ranch in Wyoming.
Yeah, you're gonna get all the spotlight. You're just
You'd
gonna
never
do it,
see
but
me
people
again.
get greedy. People get addicted to this gambling, and it's evil.
It's a shame.
It'll ruin your life. And look, you're seeing it right now in the spotlight. These guys have ruined their lives. It's really sad.
Yeah, your sins will find you out, brother. It always comes to light. So, no, on that note,
Gabagool.
There you go.
have a good week, everybody. We hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving. And
You will probably do an episode before Thanksgiving.
I hope so, because I want to talk about my Thanksgiving tradition.
We're currently on a every 2 week pattern. If you haven't noticed,
Isn't Thanksgiving next week?
It is.
it's on Thursday.
So we got to do a Thanksgiving special.
So Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, where we have the turkey in the middle.
Yes.
Maybe Jordan will come back for that.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We will talk to you next week. Later.
Later.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.